I've always believed that the more complex you make a piece, the more difficult it is to copy. So I've always been attracted to complexity. In the case of the twisters, the architect would have certainly said this was simple, because from a taste standpoint and his aesthetic, it was modern and simple. He really had no interest in how it was being made or any worry with how difficult it was to make. He liked the rendering, he bought the rendering. The City Center project ranks as one of our very, very complex projects. When we came down through these 65 concepts that we designed for City Center, ultimately the one that was selected was something contemporary but yet a holiday icon. We're all trying to imagine what this thing looks like, which is like being on the inside of a crystal with 120-foot ceilings. We want them to think there's something fabulous here. So that means an icon, an image, a sculptural piece, something they haven't seen at the Holiday Inn or the mall or the department store that's unique to the building. So when they see that piece, they stop, they're immediately a child again, and they remember the very happy moments of what holidays have meant for them as children. The Spectar copolyester material had worked so well for us on other projects in terms of the slumping. In this particular scenario, we had to form it perfectly so that the double helix matched up with each contiguous section, but still working within the extruded size of 4-foot by 12-foot material. Putting all these together, we had to come up with some very innovative molding techniques, which we'd never done before, and some very innovative materials for coating it because we wanted it to be holographic silver. So we were heating the material first, then shaping it or slumping it onto a mold, and then after letting it cure for a day, we were drilling it and setting it with hardware, then applying a mylar film to it that was very brilliant and very difficult to hand apply in strips to this double helix twisting shape. We used a 1/4-inch material, so it had the weight and had the strength. Spectar had to have the strength after it was shaped and then drilled and then hung so that it would meet the structural code for hanging overhead in a public space. The sections were 2 feet by 8 feet, and they were sectioned together in up to 60-foot lengths. And then each piece had aircraft cable with neoprene fittings and cable clamps. When I'm looking for plastics for my projects, durability is one of the most important ones because my clients are a little worried that plastic won't be as durable as they need it to be, and the projects that we do usually have a 15-year life. So that strength is important, the fact that it passes code in terms of the flammability, and then also has the flexibility for us to laser cut it and evenly heat. Spectar has a possibility of stretching the limits of what an architect might imagine can be done with transparent material. Things can be done with Spectar that cannot be done with glass, that are really very unique and require the architect to think out of the box.